Will Joe Biden resign? Will Trump go to jail now? Will there be another attempt to take out President Trump? Are the celebrities going to be leaving? The stock market, it's up. What does all this mean? So we're going to talk about that right now. This is the Lawyer Dana Show. So first off, on this instance of like women can't win and, the United States is not ready for a female president, that's complete and total nonsense. It's the particular candidate. The Democrat Party, I think, made a strategic error big time. They had their ideal candidate. It was Tulsi Gabbard. But they did not like Tulsi Gabbard. Why? Because Tulsi Gabbard was not a war hawk. Tulsi Gabbard does not want to go into wars. She had fought for our country. She voluntarily enlisted after 9/11. And she has valiantly served our country. She knows what it means to send troops into war. And she did not want that. And that was not what the establishment wanted. She was not an establishment player. So the Democrat Party just took her out. That was a big mistake. They put up the wrong woman. It's not that the woman can't be president. Next, is Biden going to resign in order to make Kamala Harris the first woman president just for the next few months? I don't think so. If you saw Joe Biden's wife, she went and voted wearing a red suit. What is red? That's the traditional Republican color. Red for Republican, blue for Democrat. Not a strict thing. Like if you wear red, you're a Republican. No. It's not exactly. But it's likely a symbolic issue. I think Jill Biden was furious that they took her husband out of the race. Joe Biden clearly could have done better, or in his mental condition, and once we saw the debate, no. And I think the reason why the debate happened early was it was a test for the Democrat Party to see, is this guy going to be able to hold out against Donald Trump or at the debate or not? And after that debate performance, they basically took him out. They had they took him out of contention. They had a coup, a non-military coup, and his party, the Party of Democracy, installed their chosen candidate without receiving a single primary vote. And I think that the electorate saw right through that. I think Democrats saw right through that. So the numbers, Kamala Harris got 66 million votes. Joe Biden supposedly got 81 million. Donald Trump, about approximately same number of popular votes. So what does that mean? That means that if there weren't 15 million ballots stuffed into the box in 2020 from the mail-in voting, then that means that the Democrats are the ones that stayed home. It's the Democrats that didn't want a female president or a female black president, if that's the issue. I don't think that's the issue at all. I think that they saw that candidate and were like, no. And I think a lot of them just simply refused to vote. Maybe they couldn't bring themselves to vote for Donald Trump, or maybe they did vote for Donald Trump. But that was not the issue. So next, are they going to try and take Donald Trump out? Will there be another attempt on the life of Donald Trump? Hard to say. Hopefully not. I would think that at this point, the security for Donald Trump, hopefully he has his security and private security much tightened up and improved. But here's the real question. What's going to happen with these felony convictions? Are they going to send him to jail? Are they going to try and send him to jail? How does that work if he's president of the United States? Are they still going to try and jail their political opponent? Which, by the way, the strategy clearly did not work. You know what that did? It really pissed off a lot of people. And I think it really took a lot of Democrats out of interest of being willing to vote. Because give them the credit that there was no F word with the last election, that there was no stuffing of ballots, and that it was legit. And Biden really did get 81 million votes, as opposed to how Kamala Harris got 15 million votes less than that. Then that theory of trying to jail your political opponent, entirely too far and entirely appropriate. And they should be ashamed of themselves, the politicians that were doing that. And you see people saying, I just don't understand. I just don't understand what happened. Black Facebook posts all over the internet today. Just black. Okay. Pretty melodramatic. Why don't you put an American flag? Because that's what it really means. But will Biden resign? I think Biden likely is really pissed off. And there were some open mic moments of Biden saying, to Obama, I'm stronger than she is, right? Allegedly, according to reports and according to some footage that we've seen. And will Biden resign to help her? I don't know. I don't see it happening. I thought I might, but then I realized no, because that would require Biden himself. So they either have to take him out with the 25th Amendment, which they still might, or I don't think he's going to resign on his own. Because I don't think he was happy with what they did or that she was there. And did you see when he put on the MAGA hat? I don't think that was an accident. So will they remove Biden? Maybe. War. What happens at this point? If Joe does step down or is removed, or something happens to him, he passes away for whatever reason, because, he's not the top physical specimen, as opposed to Donald Trump, who, looks a little overweight. And I wish he would probably eat better if he's drinking Diet Coke still and eating McDonald's. But I've never seen anyone go like he did, 56 days without a break. I know how long and hard it was for us to do that live broadcast last night. He went far longer than that. And he started after us. I mean, I maybe did half the work, and I was tired today. How did he keep going? He's 78 years old. I've never seen anybody like that. Especially a 78-year-old. I go and shoot skeet shooting with a bunch of guys that are 78. They're not kicking it like Donald Trump is. It's unbelievable what that man does. And you saw what Dana White's testimony about it was. Dana White, the president of the USC, and he deals with fighters, the top in the world, and he's never seen anybody that works like Donald Trump. His acceptance speech and his congratulations speech during Trump's acceptance speech was magnificent. So I don't think that Biden's going to step down. If he does, will Kamala Harris take us into war? I would be very worried about that, and I would bet, because she's the reason why that Russia went into Ukraine. She was inviting Ukraine to be part of NATO. There's a treaty for years that with Russia that's a direct violation of. Ukraine must not be brought into NATO. And that is why Russia did what it did. And that was at the behest and invitation of Kamala Harris, who went over to Europe and said it. So will she lead us into war if she gets in? For these gap months until January 20th? I worry about that. Next, though, will Donald Trump, as president-elect, solve the war in Ukraine? I wouldn't bet against him. I think there's a good 50-50 chance that he is going to do that. Look at what happened to the stock market. Way up. Crypto, way up. Record high on Bitcoin today. Future market in stocks, way up. The futures market is up 1,200 points. Just amazing. And that's just with him coming in. Now, next, are the celebrities going to be leaving? Are they going to move out this time? I doubt it. Let's see. Let's see if they're going to leave with this. I doubt it. And apparently Twitter is the epitome of how would you describe what's going on Twitter? Crying, ranting, what? Chaos. Twitter is chaos at the moment with this. But here's a real gift that we have in American history right now. We get to see the first Trump presidency, then the Biden presidency, and then the second Trump presidency. What's going to happen? It's going to be fascinating. Regardless of what side that you're on, it's going to be fascinating. And if you can be objective about exactly what's happening and really see it for what it is, I think you're going to learn a lot. So 3 o'clock today, in about a half an hour from when I'm recording this, we are going to be live covering Kamala Harris's concession speech. She has conceded to Donald Trump, and she's going to be addressing the nation here in about a half an hour. We'll see you then. Like, subscribe. Tell us in the comments what you think. This is the Lawyer Dana Show.